Today's redstone video is going to be a bit of an interesting one because we're playing in Minecraft 1.14 and we're going to be making use of the newly introduced lectern. You see, generally speaking, in Minecraft, when you build up some form of control center that allows you to turn on or off certain things around your base, they look a little bit like this. Now, there's nothing wrong with this. I mean, it definitely functions, but let's face it, it's not exactly pretty, is it? And it could definitely be improved with something like this. So the idea is this is all that is visible to the player. We have got a lectern, which has a bunch of different farm names and different things that you want to control in it, and then you just have a simple redstone lamp which shows the player whether or not those things are switched on or off, and if you want to toggle them, you just have to hit this button and that will toggle them. It seems simple, but I imagine it's going to be a bit of a nightmare. Right, so part number one is to build up some form of red coder system. So that is a circuit that will allow us to take the output from the lectern and convert it into a single redstone signal, and that should be it. No? Oh yeah, no, we need the redstone torches around the back as well. So once we get these in place, then as you can see, we get one redstone torch lighting up depending on what page our book is on. Now, I thought it would be a good idea to reserve the first page for a little explanation for anyone who is new to the control panel, so it just explains how to actually use it, and then we have space for 8 different redstone contraptions or things that we want to control from our control panel, and that book is going to stay permanently inside the lectern. Oh, and of course that 8 is totally expandable. In fact, we'll take a look at that a little bit later on in the video. I have hit a bit of a sticking point though. So what we've got is we kind of have a control panel almost all set up. So for example, I am on number 6 right now. When I hit the button, that will toggle off number 6. But the issue is that the redstone lamp doesn't change because of course all of these redstone blocks are in the way and they're powering this redstone line right here. So we need something in between these redstone blocks that is also connected up to the red coder that allows us to display the one that is currently selected, and that's going to be the tricky part. And I'm not sure if that made any sense in the slightest. I do apologise. And I'm about to warn you, it's going to get a lot more confusing from here because I've reshuffled some bits. Just give me a second. Down at the bottom here, we've got our red coder. All of us fully understand that. But apart from that, everything has been completely switched around. So now we take the output from the red coder using these cauldrons right here, and they send the signal up into this line. Obviously, whatever you've selected on the red coder will then also be selected on these repeaters right here. Now, these are our toggleable pistons. So when we hit this button out the front, it's going to attempt to toggle the pistons depending on which one you have selected, and I'm going to be working on that system shortly. But unlike before, where the toggled pistons would globally affect this redstone line, now only the one that is actually selected on the red coder has an effect on the redstone line itself. So that's a massive improvement. We also have this set up out the back here, so now we're actually taking an output from our control center because, yeah, we didn't actually have that beforehand. That should hopefully bring you up to speed. And now everything should hopefully be all working. So when we hit the button right here, that has toggled off our redstone lamp and also toggled off number 4. And then say for example we select number 8, that toggles on number 8. We can toggle off number 8. If we toggle number 8 back on and then go back across to number 3 for example, and then toggle on number 3, that will display it as being on. If we go back over to number 8, then we'll clearly be able to see that number 8 is still on. This actually functions. This is working great, but I think I can make it a tiny bit more compact. It's driving me a bit mad. I totally lied, I can't. So this is it then. This is how big it is. I'm a tiny bit disappointed because it's actually ended up being a fairly huge system, but I guess there's quite a lot of things going on here that are all relatively large and bulky. So if we take a look inside this book, I now actually have things on the inside of here, and obviously we just hit the button and that has turned on our melon farm, and you can see that signal has now been sent off to the melon farm, and then we can go, you know what, I actually want to turn on my villager breeder as well, so we'll activate that. That signal's been sent off. Then we think, actually, you know what, those two running at once, a little bit laggy, so let's switch off the melon farm. That redstone lamp will switch off, and that will also switch off up at the top here. Everything is working. I really like the idea of the saved states. I think that's super cool. It's a really interesting system and it is super elegant, but as I say, it's a tiny bit bulky, so I'm actually going to issue you guys the challenge to see if you can compact it. I'm sure some of you wizards out there will be able to pull something off because you're geniuses. At least some of you are geniuses. But anyway, I really do hope that you've enjoyed this redstone video. If you have, be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo. I'm out. I'll see you later.
One.